Marquees, and this is the first edition of the Quarantine Update. We're broadcasting from Da Nang, Vietnam, Dragon City, on Tuesday, Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. I'm losing track a little bit lately. In international news, the McDonald's in Guangzhou, China was shut down recently after a sign was posted on the front door that said, and I quote, "We have been informed that from now on, black people are no longer allowed in the store." The corporate offices quickly stepped in temporarily, shutting down the store and began diversity training. Can't make this stuff up. He also posted a picture of what signs at McDonald's should look like. That's what happens when you have teenagers making you Marquees. In the Philippines, students at a local secondary school, in an effort to curb the out-of-control problem of dog poop on city streets, have developed a way to process the excess excrement into bricks for local construction projects. The bio-bricks, as they're called, are a combination of dried feces, cement powder, and water. Students do acknowledge that the bricks begin with a faint odor, but that it will fade with time. I guess we have to change the old phrase to "shit brick house." In African news, a self-proclaimed Somali doctor who goes by Dr. Hyena, Dr. Hyena, is that right? Has been using a rather interesting approach to therapy. Oh, I just touched my face. I've been canceled. After decades of bloody civil war and instability, there are only 3 certified therapists in the whole country. His method is to lock individuals suffering from depression and other mental illnesses into a room with a caged hyena. The theory is that hyenas consume the jinns or bad spirits out of the sufferers, causing inner peace. Wow. When a real Turkish doctor, neurosurgeon Nur Abdullah Karshi, was asked about the treatment, he said simply, "Yeah, I don't think that can help." Simba also weighed in and said, "Yeah." It's very windy here, so we're just going to toss that to the wind. In Latin American news, the Brazilian Board of Tourism retweeted a not-so-flattering Twitter post from a very unhappy tourist. She claimed that in just 3 days in Rio, her family had been robbed and her 9-year-old sister had witnessed a violent robbery, which was later determined to cause the victim death. And what can only be described as a clear case of incompetence, the Brazilian Tourism Board retweeted the tweet as part of their Come Visit Brazil campaign. That sounds like one of those extreme vacations. Come to Rio, and in just 3 short days, you'll be either robbed at gunpoint or witness a murder. Wow, sign me up. But is that on Expedia? They got a, there's got to be an Airbnb experience for that. Moving on. In U.S. news, Sesame Street has announced it will be producing a special edition of the show 2020 as part of a campaign to ease children's anxiety about current affairs. In a recent interview with Ernie, he confirmed, in a leak, that the episode will be brought to you by the letters W, T, and F. Florida Sheriff Chad Chronister says he believes more than one person was involved in the murder of Carol Baskin's husband, Don Lewis. He even went as far as to put immunity on the table for anyone to come forward and help bring closure to this case. To which Tony the Tiger said, "Write it off, write it off." NASCAR driver Kyle Larson was suspended by NASCAR indefinitely this week. He used the N-word during the live stream of a virtual race. Like we didn't already know about the diversity issues in the organization. Even Ron Burgundy weighed in on the appalling behavior. Smithfield Farms, America's largest pork producer, has begun closing its plants as more workers become infected with the virus. It's begun to raise fears to the uncertainty of America's food supply, to which I give you this. Booze, booze, booze. But hey, sometimes you get desperate. Clearwater Fire and Rescue Department has issued some tools on their website this week. With everyone staying home and stuck indoors, with close family and friends, they wanted to make sure that everyone knew the recipe for chloroform. Sometimes you just got to put them to sleep. I don't know. What do you want to do here? I don't know. That came straight off the official website. I can't make this stuff up. On to Georgia news. In Georgia news, Governor Brian Kemp has been taking quite a beating for saying that he did not know asymptomatic people could spread the disease. He spent some time this past week learning some new things that he never knew. Few of his recent discoveries include the fact that Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. Sue Ellen shot JR, and my personal favorite, Darth Vader is in fact Luke's father. Oh! The Wicked Witch of the South was spotted flying on a broom early this week in Upson County, Georgia, to which a tornado on vacation from Munchkinland responded. In local news, a Vietnamese couple was pulled over on their motorbike last week for not wearing helmets. When the woman was asked where her helmet was, she responded, "Is this not a suitable form of head protection?" What are we going to do with those Amazon boxes? I'm just saying. Also in local news, VM and I went grocery shopping today, which is a real treat. I'm almost ready to commit petty crimes for a change of scenery. But no, folks, I can't complain. We're living a great life here. Isolation does get difficult sometimes, but we're very blessed. In entertainment news, no one has said they're interested in the Ric Flair biopic. So after seeing this mashup, I'm interested. That's funny. Woo! More Muppet news. Kermit the Frog has fallen off the wagon. Source close to longtime Muppet star credits the star's recent fall of being quarantined with Miss Piggy for almost a month now. And that even after all these years, it's just still not easy being green. And finally, folks, if 2020 was an infomercial, there you go. Rest in peace. That's it for the edition. Join us next time for the quarantined update from Da Nang City, City of Dragons, Vietnam. I'm Dennis, and so long.